transcendent dimension then is not a new belief, and most fundamentally, since it's not a new belief, that really means it is not to do with the movement of thought. Now, to most people that is something strange because they don't know anything except the movement of thought. They know themselves as the movement of thought. Isn't that interesting? Knowing yourself only as and through the voice in the head that tells you who you are, and through which you interpret whatever happens around you or to you, and through which you interpret other people and events and so on. And of course, the way in which you interpret all these things is the conditioning, the particular conditioning of the voice in your head. If you're born in the United States, you have a particular kind of conditioning. There's a fundamental conditioning that tends to be the same even in such radically different mental positions as Republican and Democrats. It's And if you were born in Saudi Arabia, you would have a very different voice in the head. If you were a woman in Saudi Arabia or a man in Saudi Arabia, just to take one example of a country that's very different, you would have a different kind of conditioned, egoic, mind-made self in the head. You interpret things differently, but the mechanism is the same. The mechanism behind it, you look through this veil of personal, your personal and cultural, the cultural becomes personal, history. So it's the conditioning from the past that's stuck in the head, becomes a screen, and through that screen you look at everything. And you never see anything clearly and openly in its freshness and aliveness. No, it's immediately judged. There's a commenting voice in your head that says something about your perceptions. Oh, he looks weird. He looks like a... I don't like the way she looks. Oh, I look so... My body is so much better than hers. It's very simple. It becomes very complex. I wonder what his intentions are. They're no good, I know that. What did he mean by that when he said that yesterday? He meant something else by that. And then the voice splits into two. I think, why did you do that yesterday? You shouldn't have done that. Well, I did it because I couldn't. Yes, but... I couldn't help myself. Yeah, you should know better by now. You've done spiritual work for so long. What's the point of it all? It's useless. It's not working. That's the human mind. That's okay. So it's conditioned by the past. So when that operates and there's nothing else, no other dimension, just that, then you basically live out your conditioning. And of course, the way in which you interpret things through your conditioning in turn creates certain responses or reactions out there. So, for example, if your conditioning tells you that most people are out to get you or to deceive you, you have to be very careful because basically everybody's a crook. I'm just taking a slightly extreme case, but not uncommon. When you look at a more extreme case, it's easier to see the less extreme one. Basically, everybody's a crook. And so everyone you look at, you're looking for that in him or her, the crook in him or her. It could take many more subtle forms too, but just take one. And so your perceptions become selective, because the goodness in others you can never see when you come from your perceptions, that your belief that everybody's a crook. If it's any goodness in them, you won't see it. You've selected only that which corresponds and agrees with your conditioning, and so you focus on that. And by doing that, in unconscious people, you even make people into a crook. If that is what you focus on in another, it grows. And what you react to in another gets stronger in yourself.